Outsell over 95% of the people in your type of business and do it by working less. In today's live CEO Freedom Masterclass, I'm going to be showing you how to make 30 sales in 30 days. Now, if you're watching this live stream anywhere other than our Facebook group, you can join us at ceofreedom.com/Facebook to get this weekly live training, daily success tips, and access to free resources, as well as connections within our community. Now, my name is John Lavenia, if you're new here, and I am co-creator of the CEO Freedom programs and the paid framework, providing business owners with automation and growth strategies to outsell their programs and to magnify their impact. So that means you. Now, typically, I'm joined by my secret weapon and wife, the mighty Shannon Lavenia. I'm going to be flying solo today, so you're stuck with me. Now, in the past, I released a program specifically designed to help my students produce 30 sales in 30 days. In fact, it was called the 30-30 plan, and I'll be retooling and re-releasing that later this year. So I got a lot to put in that, and it's going to be pretty exciting. But today, I'm going to give you 3 core concepts that will give you a head start, no matter where you're at with your sales and your statistics right now, whether you're flatline or just getting going or you've had a dip. I'm going to give you 3 things. If you start focusing on these, your statistics must go up. And to the magnitude that you apply them, you'll see increase. So the first thing is that you've got to pick an offer and focus on it. Now, here's what I mean by that. It may sound too simple, right? Well, you may have a lot of products that you sell, especially if you're in like affiliate marketing or any type of a thing where you've got a third-party product provider that has a whole menu of products or services, okay? Or if you're the creator of your own programs, like here with CEO Freedom, we've got a variety of different products, courses and coaching programs, et cetera, okay? Not to mention our Brand Builder AI, automation systems. Well, that's all great. I love having a nice big menu, lots of buy buttons that people could click on. But what we need to do is get focused on this offer, pick one, okay? And this should correlate with typically what you're most excited to deliver, and that will pay you ample amount of money that you're going to be able to reach your goals, right? So you've got some personal motivation behind this. Why do you want to make 30 sales in 30 days? Right? So it's not just to outshine your competition, okay? You deserve to get paid as well. All right, well, which offer could you get laser focused on that you feel you can provide a whole lot of value to the context, the ideal target audience that you're looking to impinge this offer upon them, right? So pick one and kind of forsake, I don't mean turn off all your other websites. If you got 100 funnels running, that's great, okay? But get really focused on one, because you only have so much attention to go around. I'm going to talk more about that here in just a minute. Once you've got that one offer that you've decided, this is what I'm going to focus on for 30 days, you want to start to craft, which leads us into the second core concept. You want to start to craft compelling communication. In other words, the product is one thing, but the offer, the way you package it, should be compelling to the ideal target audience that you're looking to deliver it to. Okay, so now this kind of backs us up into a question that comes up all the time. Well, who's my ideal target audience? Okay, let's kind of boil this down so that you're not going in 100 different directions with this. So just like we have picked an offer, we're also segmenting and picking a target audience, which sometimes we can call an ideal customer avatar. Okay, and who is this person? As if it's just one person. Obviously, there's many of them. You're not 30 sales in 30 days. You're going to sell the same thing to one person 30 times, although I guess that's a possibility. But you're looking for at least 30 people who would raise their hand and say, yes, here's my credit card, sell me that stuff. Here's the ideal customer for this, okay? And this is the offer that you feel like, I'm passionate about this. I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to deliver immense amount of value. Who is that person I'm delivering it to? It's you before you had your breakthrough. So for an example, let's say that you're a coach and you had struggled with a problem, okay, obviously, that you then overcame, and maybe you created a system, a program, something that would help other people who are now going through that problem, that life transition, that crisis, or whatever it is, okay? Well, think of who you were before your breakthrough. Talk to that person. And again, there's many of them, but talk to that person individually. And so create your offer and with no apologies, impinge upon that person with consistent and compelling communication. Most people don't buy on first contact. Remember, this is 30 sales in 30 days. It doesn't mean they have to happen today. Again, that's a possibility. More likely, they're going to happen towards the end of that 30-day cycle, right? As you're honing and impinging again and again on people, people need to see stuff a few times, right? They're not as interested as you are. You're very interested right now. They don't even know this exists. So you're going to enlighten them. And sales is a process of enlightenment. It's a process, not an event. It's a process. So start that process and you'll be able to steer the ship, right? You'll be able to optimize and correct course as you're moving, not as you're theorizing about it, but as you're moving. So we've identified a product that we're going to focus on, laser focused. And now we've identified on the ideal target audience that we're going to deliver the message to, as much as it takes. And most people where they fail or they flunk on this is they don't communicate enough. Sometimes people think, well, should I send an email every day? Well, if it's a 30-day blitz, right? I mean, I get emails in my inbox. Do you get emails in your inbox every day? That's an amazing coincidence. I thought I was the only one. Right? So if you're not impinging on them, somebody else is. So you need to be able to do this unapologetically. And remember, you're already decided that this is going to be a mega amount of value that you're going to give to the people who are fortunate enough to receive your communication and to decide to participate with you. So it's your moral obligation now to communicate this value to people and induce decision on their part. Now, remember, we've set a finite amount of time for this, right? 30 days, which is arbitrary. We're pulling it out of the sky, but 30 sounds cool. Okay, great. So now you've got deadlines. There's this thing called Parkinson's Law, which states that work expands to fill the time allowed for it. Okay, so how long does it take? Well, we've said 30 days. All right, well, that's how long it takes then, right? Because if we didn't say 30 days, well, we'll get around to it. No, you won't. Okay, but that's why we set deadlines for ourselves. Because if you got like all these different priorities, I heard if you got more than 3 priorities, you don't have any. Which leads us to the third point. And this was the point about, it's really the first point, but I wanted to save this because this one freaks people out a little bit. Okay, but this directly relates to you working less, right? So make more sales than 95% of your competitors, but do it with less work. Here's how we do that. We learn how to say no. So remember I said we're picking one product, and that could be a bundle of products, could be whatever the offer is, right? We're picking one offer, okay, that we're going to focus hardcore on this offer for 30 days, which means we're forsaking all these other incomplete projects and other possibilities, which are all very nice, but we're prioritizing this one. Well, in the same way, we're going to do the same thing with our time, with our activities. Understand, and this is, again, stating the obvious, but you've got the same 24 hours that everybody, right? Billionaires, we all got 24 hours, right? What's the difference here? Is that the profitability of each action that's done in each moment of time can accrue to, great profitability, or can accrue to, deficits and loss of time and lack of leverage. So in like the 30-30 plan, which again, we'll be re-releasing this year, there's a whole like big exercise on finding out where does your time actually go, but just the concept of it. So you can get a head start on this and kind of take your own inventory on this. Take a look at how much time you spend actually selling, like actually in front of a customer, like somebody who could exchange money with you for whatever product or service you offer. And then also look at how much time do you spend in other things which are not selling to a customer. So you've got the actual income producing activities, which most people chronically practice avoidance on, right? They're so busy with everything else, they never actually get with the customer. All right. And then you've got all the busy work and ancillary stuff. I'm not saying it's not valid or needed. In some cases, it's not, right? I mean, if you're sitting around playing video games or whatever, unless your business is, video game player, probably it isn't if you're in this conversation. So that would be a gross example of what not to do, right? Is just piss away a bunch of time on things that will never make you money, or move the needle in any way, or even get you more prepared to make money. So what I'm saying is that in this 30-day period, you're going to be ruthless with your time management. Do you need to go to the store and get milk? Don't. Okay, go write it on the shopping list. And when you got enough things on the shopping list, like you're about to starve to death or something, okay, then go to the store, get the milk and the spinach and the ham and salami or whatever you need to get. But don't make a run just to the store. That just killed a half hour. And that's assuming that there's no traffic and that, there's not a long line at the supermarket or whatever, right? So we're looking at how can we leverage our time. Think like This is going to maybe sound like a weird example, but have you ever seen how waiters and waitresses at restaurants operate? They do what's called, they save their steps. Now, I was never successful at this. When I was a teenager, I tried waiting tables. I think I lasted a week. I sucked at it. Okay. I suck at multitasking, right? They're going to get the coffee for that guy, and the girl needs this, and oh, the steak is cold, and blah, 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 right? And so they're going back and forth to the kitchen. They're going out to the different tables. And in the week experience that I had with this, one of the seasoned, experts at waiting tables, she said to me, you need to save your steps. You're going back to the kitchen and you're going back out there just to bring a cup of coffee, right? You gotta save your steps, right? So it's that same kind of a thing with efficiency in terms of time. You can physically save your steps, but you can also save your mental steps. The amount of attention that you have is finite. Think of it like this. So good morning, you just woke up. Here's a big bucket of attention, and it's filled with tokens or units or something, and you're going to spend them. You're going to spend them. You don't get to save them till tomorrow. They will all be spent today in 24 hours, minus however long you sleep. Okay. Where are you spending them? Great question. Okay. Now, a lot of people are vague about this. Where does the time go? I can't believe it's that time already. Oh my goodness. Or like the whole week. Well, how did it get to be Wednesday? Okay. So get ruthless with your time. That doesn't mean be a jerk or anything, but that just means learn where your boundaries are and what you can afford to say no to. That isn't going to make you money in the short term, in this 30 days. And there may be things that you defer to later. Okay. But this, I will tell you, my friends, if it is true, and it is, that we all have 24 hours in a day, it comes down to how you're spending it. More time on income producing activities, which specifically means bringing that customer that you're impinging with your ideal offer on, bringing that customer up the mountain from ignorance, I don't know, to enlightenment, here, have my money. That's where you want to focus your attention for 30 days. Now, the side benefit to this is you're going to have a new habit. You're going to be less tolerant of time wasting on your own part and on other people's part, right? I mean, a lot of times people get very reasonable with other people wasting their time, and hey, it's not so bad, because they allow themselves to waste their own time. So as you treat yourself, you'll expect other people to treat you too, right? So start valuing your time to the point where it's the most precious commodity you have, and you actually recognize it. And now you can exchange that for more money, right? So now you're leveraging your time. That same amount of time is worth more money. I could talk for hours about this, because I could tell you with all the work I've done in productivity and effectiveness and time management, which is really a misnomer. It's really activity management. But with all the work I've done on this, creating habits and just being conscious of it to the point where I can deliberately create some new habits around where I spend my time has made me so much money. It's ridiculous. Okay. We all got the same 24 hours. So again, the three things are decide and offer a singular offer that you're going to focus on for 30 days. Decide on who is buying this. And these could be people that you maybe sold a lower level product to already in your customer list, or people that you're spending time on social media groups and what have you. But these are people who fit the profile of who you were before your breakthrough, right? The people you can serve. You can help them have their breakthrough. Okay. And if you're selling like more on the physical product side, then again, you need to consider who would benefit the most from that. I'm talking in terms of like information products and like courses and coaching programs and things like that. Intangibles, which is where I've spent most of my time, selling intangibles, not hard product. Okay. So again, work that into whatever product line and offers you have. And you can even, here's the other thing, you can even augment the profitability of your offer by combining. If you do have a physical product, let's say, for example, a bottle of vitamins or something. Okay, well, how about, let's say that's worth $20. Well, now we add, the training course with it. Well, now it's $300. Same physical product. Okay, no additional cost of goods, but now with the subjective value and the perceived value of the training program that goes along with the bottle of vitamins. Okay, now we got something we can actually make some money. Okay, and people pay for value. Right. So decide what your ideal target audience values. And again, the clue to that would be what was most valuable to you before your breakthrough. Okay. And then the third thing, of course, as we already mentioned, was get control of your time. Now, next steps. If you're like serious about applying this kind of stuff and getting to at least 25 to 50,000 a month plus, and and doing that consistently, let's book a strategy session. You can go to ceofreedom.com/discovery, which will bring you right into like our free strategy session calendar. We got some openings. Be happy to have 15, 20 minutes with you, talk about your business, what's working, what's not, see what we can do, make some suggestions and whatever. It's not a sales call. But anyway, ceofreedom.com/discovery. And next week on our live masterclass, we're going to be covering another awesome topic to help you grow your business. We will have Shannon back with us then. I'll see you there. In the meantime, make it a great day. You absolutely deserve it.